It finished Wimborne Town 1, Bishop's Cleeve 1 here at Cuthbury today, and Wimborne will probably look upon this as a point gained rather than 2 points dropped. Aidan Sainsbury retained his place in the Magpie starting line-up after last week's defeat at Clevedon, and manager Steve Cuss preferred to start with Steve Smith rather than Matt Kemble in Tom Jeffs' absence. But it was the visitors who had by far the best of the opening 20 minutes, without really carving out any clear-cut chances, but possession-wise they had the majority of the ball. And then Wimborne had the best chance of the first half on 20 minutes, when lovely play between George Webb and Steve Smith led to a Steve Smith cross deep into the box, and there was Webby on the end of it, but he just couldn't steer his header. I'm with Magpie boss Steve Cuss after today's 1-1 draw with Bishop Cleeve at Cuthbury. Steve, a fair result?
Yeah, I don't think I can argue with the result. We're a little bit disappointed in the change room now. I don't think we quite hit the heights of our passing game and our creating of chances today, and it was just a little bit frustrating. So yeah, absolutely a 1-1 is a fair result.
I've just said on the radio that if either team's strikers had their shooting boots on, it could easily have been 3-3 or 4-4. There was chances missed at both ends, weren't there?
Yeah, there was a few chances around. Yeah, I mean, Jace made a good save pretty late on for us to keep us in it. But yeah, we had a few chances there, particularly second half, where we were a lot better than what we were in the first half. So it's frustrating, but it's probably a good sign of we're developing side, and we're frustrated that we've drawn a game where we know we probably could have won it if we'd have hit the heights of our previous performance.
Mm-hmm. You brought Sean Bryan on for Nathan. Is Nathan, was that an injury or a tactical change?
No, Nathan was injured. He went in for a tackle late in the first half and he's hurt himself, and he gave it a go second half, but it wasn't much good, so we replaced him with Sean.
And Matt Kemble had an awkward fall and looked to have damaged his shoulder later on. I don't know if you've got any news for us on that.
Yeah, we're just a little bit concerned about that, because obviously Matt, right at the end of last season, went over on his shoulder and had a problem with dislocated shoulder and ligament damage. So we hope it's not as bad as that. He's certainly not in as much pain as he was last time he'd done that. So hopefully it's just an awkward fall, and he'll recover quickly.
Big week coming up. We've got a local derby against Bashley in the Red and Shure on Tuesday, and then the big one against Merthyr Town, the FA Trophy. Next week you'll be wanting to have all your players fit for these games.
Yeah, definitely. You know, that squad's conversation always comes up again about having a good squad, and we need all the 18 players that we've got available. And I've just said to the lads in there, we can, you know, put the league to one side now for a week and a half. We've got 3 cup competitions to play in. We want to do well in all 3, and we know they're big games. So, you know, again, we'll look after the players during the week and try and get everybody fit for the next game.
And last thought, Steve, Bishop's Cleeve came here 3rd from bottom, but there's no easy games in this league. They looked a decent outfit, didn't they?
That was what I said before the game to the players. I said, let's not be fooled by anything that they're near the bottom of the league. They're a far better side than that. I think the league shows that they only played 5 games prior today, and you know, we played 10. So we, you know, exactly those sentiments to the players. In fairness to the players, I don't think they treated it any lightly. I just think for whatever reason we were a little bit frustrated in the first half that we couldn't pass the ball as well as we have been passing it in previous games.
Thanks for your time, Steve.
Okay, thanks a lot.